Hello everyone and welcome to our channel, and today I'll be reading a Neuvillette listener by me. So let's get into it. He really did not like having to hide the fact that he is the Hydra Dragon Sovereign from you, and yet he wanted to be able to tell you on his own terms and not feel like he was forced into it. You were his partner, yes, but he was still trying to find a way to break this to you in a way that made sense. After all, it was not something that could be taken lightly. He's also not sure you would believe him right away. Maybe you would, considering that he was immortal and he was known as the Archon's familiar, or something of the sort. A lot of people had their own theories about him, but most people did not suspect him to be the Hydra Dragon. So you actually did not think that you suspected him to be one. And if you did, you probably would have told him, which only made things more difficult to say the least. When he woke up one morning, with claws instead of nails, scales on his arms, and fangs for teeth, he had no idea how to tell you in a way that mattered without you being shocked. He also could not go out like this. The Millicines, they wouldn't really say a thing about him looking weird. They probably already knew with their special vision. They had never discussed it. But it was very obvious that he was different, and they could definitely see that. Either way, he had wrote a letter, sent one of them was said letter, and told him to fetch you, since he needed you urgently, as he so said. And he hoped that you would come. He also sincerely hoped that you would not be judging him. It is not something that he is willing to take. It will probably hurt a lot more than anything else, if he were to be quite honest. He did not want you to be upset with him, and that is also why simply just saying that he is the Hydra Dragon Sovereign in a way that felt forced upon him only made things more difficult. What if you think he was never going to tell you unless he was put in a situation that made it so he has to? He does not want you thinking like that, because it simply is not true. But either way, he knew that this was a consequence of his own actions, and the fact that he waited for so long. So he must be willing to pay for the actions that he's done, and be ready to face those consequences. And he was. He had made so many choices that maybe were not the best, and right now came the time to actually pay for them. And when you came in, he tried hiding his strange features away from you, at least so you don't notice them straight away as you talked. But of course you did. Of course you noticed. And you were rather weirded out. Neuvillette, do you kind of look weird today. Is it just me? Or is something wrong? No, it is not just you, Ion. There is something urgent I've been wanting to tell you. But I guess I wanted to pick a time to tell you and not be forced to do so in a manner like this. I suppose I do not have much of a choice anymore. I must tell you. And most importantly, I need to be more clear about this. Clear about what? What do you mean? I I hope you do not think I was intending to trick you or anything. But I am the Hydra Dragon Sovereign. I have intended to tell you, but I sensed that maybe there was not really a suitable time to do so, at least for me, which is why I waited for so long. And ever since regaining my sovereignty, I've been dealing with some trouble. My form is not stable as much as I would have liked it to be, and that's why I've been having some trouble. So that's why you have claws and fangs? Yes, I assume so. I do not know when they will go away, and I'm not really sure what to do right now. I only know that I must tell you as my partner. It is your right to know after all. Well, I'm glad you think so. I mean, it took you a while, but now is better than ever, so I'll take it. And you are the Hydra Dragon then? Well, how interesting. I never thought I'd be dating a dragon. A full-on dragon. It sounds kind of surreal, Neuvillette. I am sorry. I hope you're not upset by it. I'm not upset, you say, wrapping your arms around him. Maybe I'm a bit disappointed that you didn't tell me sooner, until you were forced to, but I'm sure you would have told me either way. You just wanted to wait for a more suitable time. I assume you were hesitant because you were not really sure whether I would like that or not? He nodded, and your gaze softened as you kissed him sweetly. Well, now you know it. I would like dating a Hydra dragon very much. Does that mean that you can turn into a dragon? I I'm not really sure. I've never once tried, really. But I suppose, since water is very adaptable, it can take any shape or form. And by that logic, then maybe, I suppose, since regaining my full sovereignty, I may be able to try that. I would love that, you say, with a strange glow in your eyes. And that's when Neuvillette actually finds out that he has no idea what he's gotten himself into. On one hand, it was good you were not creeped out, but he knew that he was definitely with someone who was way too enthusiastic for him to be a dragon, and he's not really sure what he thinks about that. It's not bad, but definitely very surprising, in a good way. And as he wraps his arms around you, kissing your cheek and seeing how excited you are, he feels foolish for waiting so long to tell you. And right now, as you bombarded him with questions, he knew there was a lot to do, and he would need a lot of free time to answer all of those questions and show you what being a dragon fully means.